He who plants thorns must never expect to gather roses. Explanation: the consequences of one's actions are often related to their choices. If you have money, men think you are wise, handsome, and able to sing like a bird. Explanation: money can lead to misperceptions about a person's qualities and abilities. If you pay peanuts, you get monkeys. Explanation: low compensation results in low quality work or effort. In the midst of great joy, do not promise anyone anything. In the midst of great anger, do not answer anyone's letter. Explanation: emotional states can cloud judgment, leading to impulsive decisions. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Explanation: starting something valuable earlier is ideal, but it's never too late to begin. To open a shop is easy, to keep it open is an art. Explanation: starting a business is simple, but maintaining it successfully requires skill. To understand the Tao, watch how water behaves. Explanation: this proverb suggests observing the natural flow of things to understand life's principles. When a person lacks discrimination, even a wise person may mislead them. Explanation: lack of discernment can lead to poor decisions, even when advice is given. When the sun rises, it rises for everyone. Explanation: opportunities and blessings are available to all equally. When you eat an apple, eat it. When you walk, walk. Explanation: focus on the present moment and task, rather than being distracted. Don't curse the darkness, light a candle. Explanation: instead of complaining about problems, take proactive steps to find solutions. He who sleeps on a full stomach never understands the hungry. Explanation: someone who hasn't experienced hardship might not empathize with those who have. If you don't want anyone to know it, don't do it. Explanation: actions that you want to keep private shouldn't be done at all. Learning is like rowing upstream, not to advance is to drop back. Explanation: continual learning and progress are necessary to avoid regression. Make happy those who are near, and those who are far will come. Explanation: treating those around you with kindness and care can attract others towards you. Patience can cook a stone. Explanation: with patience, even the most difficult tasks can be accomplished. The beginning of health is to know the disease. Explanation: recognizing a problem is the first step towards finding a solution. The gem cannot be polished without friction, nor man perfected without trials. Explanation: challenges and difficulties are essential for personal growth and improvement. Once the word is said, it's hard to get it back like a galloping horse. Explanation: this emphasizes the importance of thinking carefully before speaking, as words cannot be taken back. There are no hardships in the world, fear is only of those without will. Explanation: this saying encourages approaching challenges with determination and effort rather than giving up out of fear. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Explanation: this saying suggests that it is best to adapt and follow local traditions when visiting or living in a new place. The louse tries to knock down the tree, it is laughable not to know its own strength. Explanation: this proverb expresses how derisive it is when someone underestimates their limitations and challenges something much greater than themselves. He who approaches crimson becomes crimson, he who approaches ink becomes black. Explanation: this means that people are influenced by the environment they are in, either positively or negatively. The horse comes to success. Explanation: this proverb expresses that success is achieved quickly and smoothly. Not doing leads to death, not learning leads to ineptitude. Explanation: this saying emphasizes the importance of action and learning in life. I'd rather be the head of a chicken than the tail of a phoenix. Explanation: this proverb suggests that it is better to have a leadership position, even if it is less prestigious. An obvious bullet is easy to avoid, but an invisible arrow is difficult to shield. Explanation: this suggests that threats you can see and understand are easier to deal with than those that are subtle and hidden. It's preferable that someone owes me a favor, but I don't owe anyone. Explanation: this proverb highlights the importance of being a trustworthy person and not creating debt for favors. Each inch of time is worth more than gold, for gold cannot buy time. Explanation: this saying highlights the importance and irreversibility of time. Old Si lost his horse, but who knows if that's not a blessing? Explanation: this proverb suggests that seemingly negative events may actually have positive results in the end. An old disease is difficult to cure. Explanation: this saying refers to problems that have existed for a long time and are difficult to solve. Don't let the good be too small to do, and don't let the evil be too small to avoid. Explanation: this proverb encourages taking appropriate measures both to accomplish good and to avoid evil.
The river flows smoother when it hugs the rocks. This proverb talks about the importance of calmly and patiently going around obstacles instead of fighting them. Flexible bamboo does not break in the storm. This proverb teaches the virtue of flexibility and adaptability in the face of adversity. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step, but is guided by the heart. It highlights that even the greatest journey starts with a small step, and sincere intention is what drives it. The shadow follows the body, but character follows the mind. This underscores the importance of character and integrity, remembering that who you are on the inside is what really matters. Honey is sweet, but bees are hardworking, emphasizes that success often comes from hard effort and diligent work. A flower blooms in spring, but its roots remain deep. This proverb suggests that although circumstances may change, our roots and essence remain constant. Words are gone with the wind, but wisdom leaves roots, highlights the difference between speaking without thinking and expressing wisdom that leaves a lasting impact. The mirror shows the outside, but the heart reflects the truth. It reminds you that one's true nature is revealed through one's actions and intentions. The moon is brightest in the dark of night. This proverb encourages finding beauty and hope even in the most difficult situations. Ink from the same jar paints different pictures, highlights how the same tools can be used in diverse and creative ways. The tiger may roar, but the wise man speaks in silence. This underscores the importance of thinking before you speak and using words wisely. The mountain is high, but determination is higher, emphasizes that strong will can overcome the most challenging obstacles. Rain feeds the earth, just as patience nourishes the being, shows how patience can lead to fruitful results. The sun rises for everyone, but each one reaps their own shadow, highlights personal responsibility for the consequences of choices. The spider's web is fragile, but its tenacity is powerful. It emphasizes that persistence can overcome apparent fragility. Fire can burn, but it can also purify, shows how difficult experiences can lead to personal growth. The tide rises slowly but floods the coastline, emphasizes that gradual changes can have a big impact over time. The scent of the flower is felt in the wind, not the flower itself, highlights how our actions can affect others in ways we don't always realize. The bow pulled too much breaks. The bow drawn long enough hits the target. This teaches the importance of balance in all activities. The wind cannot be imprisoned, but its directions can be followed. It shows that sometimes it is wiser to adapt to circumstances than to fight against them.